This is a pre-attack walkthrough video of Kyiv's National Chornobyl Museum, also spelled Chernobyl Museum, in the Podil district. The museum preserves the memory of the 1986 Chornobyl nuclear disaster with over 22,000 exhibits, artifacts, photos, mannequins, and immersive installations. The video is a calm, handheld tour through its atmospheric and often somber exhibits, highlighting the human stories, decontamination efforts, and lasting impact of the tragedy. This is purely for educational and news purpose. Credit for the video goes to Ilya Ponomarenko, who posted on X. We start at the entrance, looking through ornate open metal gates or doors into the museum. Religious icons and paintings are visible on the sides, one of an angel-like figure, another of a robed person, alongside a prominent yellow and red radiation warning triangle on the floor. It immediately sets a tone blending history, spirituality, and nuclear danger. Moving inside, the camera pans across a large, dimly lit hall with a striking ceiling installation made of countless small golden or metallic pieces, some illuminated in blue light. In the foreground stand several life-sized mannequins dressed in brownish protective or worker-style clothing, wearing gas masks. They appear frozen in place, evoking the emergency responders and liquidators. To the right, there's an ornate, almost altar-like structure or display case with more artifacts, and further back are walls covered in photos and documents. The space feels immersive and theatrical. The view shifts to another area with rows of simple wooden stools arranged in the foreground, like seats for an audience or symbolic gathering. In the background, there's a large boat or barge-like structure on a raised platform, surrounded by hanging elements and more mannequins in protective gear. The lighting includes dramatic red and blue accents, and the walls are filled with large-scale photos and murals depicting the disaster zone. It gives the feeling of a memorial space or reconstructed scene from the evacuation or cleanup. We pass by wall displays featuring old wooden windows, some open, patterned textiles, and large cutouts or mannequins in white protective suits with respirators. Pink and red lighting casts eerie glows, heightening the sense of abandonment and hazard. These elements seem to recreate the everyday life interrupted in Pripyat and surrounding villages. Next comes a dense collage wall packed with black and white and color photographs, documents, newspaper clippings, and personal items. Images show ruined buildings, soldiers or workers in lines, portraits, and scenes of destruction. Some are framed, others pinned or hanging from branches or wires, creating a chaotic, memoryboard effect that captures the overwhelming scale of the event and its documentation. Deeper in, we see more mannequins in full hazmat or decontamination suits standing near glass display cases and monitors. One area has a red fabric draping overhead. The exhibits mix personal gear, tools, and media playback, emphasizing the human cost and technical response to the meltdown. The camera moves through broader exhibition halls with glass cases, projectors showing footage or images on walls, hanging sculptures or debris-like installations from the ceiling, and scattered artifacts. Green lighting appears in one section, adding to the varied, atmospheric mood. You get a sense of the museum's size and depth of storytelling. A close-up reveals detailed display cases, glass jars with preserved specimens, possibly biological samples affected by radiation, animal bones or skeletons, photographs, documents, medals, and personal belongings. Overlaid text or watermarks, sequences of numbers, are briefly visible, perhaps from the filming. These feel like scientific or forensic remnants of the disaster. One striking hallway has rows of black street signs from the exclusion zone hanging from the ceiling, names like Izimovich, Ivankiv, Pripyat, and others, many crossed out with red stripes. They hang in a corridor-like space with dramatic red lighting, symbolizing abandoned or lost places. Towards the end, we see the museum shop area, Chornobyl shop, with artwork on pillars depicting dramatic, almost apocalyptic scenes of the reactor, flames, and mutated or symbolic figures. There's a reception counter, informational posters, and everyday visitor amenities, bringing us back to the present-day museum experience before the tour wraps up. The entire video feels respectful and immersive, like walking through a living memorial that mixes horror, resilience, and education. It's heartbreaking to know this space and its irreplaceable collection were later destroyed in the missile strike.